We're showcasing the beginning of an assembly and the end of assembly, remembering how to behave. So this is a good time, what do you think, Mr. McCarthy, to pass it off to some of our student council role models?
I think so.
Okay, so they're going to introduce themselves, but we thought that sometimes when we talk about what's important at Matthew Thornton School, sometimes it's even better to have some of our students share how that runs. So we have some student council members who will introduce themselves or each other as they come up, and they're going to talk to you about what POP is all about today and what we're going to focus on. So Carter, you ready to come up and show them what you got?
Hi, my name is Carter Blanco, and today I'm going to talk to you about pause assembly behavior. Who knows what pause stands for? Yeah. Anyone else?
Pause behavior. Perseverance.
So that's correct. Using pause behavior at an assembly means staying in your seat and listening when someone is talking. It also means following the rules, such as not talking to your friends during the assembly and raising your hand if you have a question. Lastly, be sure to come with a positive attitude and remember to use your pause behavior even when you're not at an assembly. And now to talk to you about POP, Student Council Representative Megan Plaza. Today I'm going to show you a quick POP video, and this video has dogs in it and it's really cute.
Okay, let's remember our voices now.
So, can anyone raise their hand and tell me how the duck showed pop perseverance and it kept going? Yeah, they did keep trying. The ducks tried, they didn't give up. And now I'm going to talk to you about the first P in pop perseverance. Perseverance means consistent effort to achieve a goal in spite of challenges and setbacks. Do you guys do sports? Well, when you don't make a hoop in basketball, or when you fall during a pirouette and dance, do you try again? That, my friends, is perseverance. Keep trying, be the best that you can be, and always remember when you fall to get back up. Thank you. And now Cooper Fowler, our Vice President, will be talking about ownership.
Hi, my name is Cooper and I will be talking about ownership. The definition is accepting responsibility for one's actions, reflecting on the results, and applying them. When you take ownership, you admit you did something wrong, or you say sorry to someone for doing something wrong, and own your actions. But nobody is perfect, we all make mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes. And also, it's okay to admit you did something wrong. We all learn from mistakes, but it's important to take responsibility. No matter what age you are, you make mistakes, but you still need to own up to them. Sometimes owning up makes you a bigger person. Now, Sophie with practice.
Hello, my name is Sophie Dukas and I'm here to talk to you about practice. Practice is gradual refinement and improvement by repetition that goes beyond current level of achievement. So if you're having trouble doing something, don't just give up. Say, I can't do it yet, but I will. And you practice a lot of things, maybe like reading or writing or a new thing in math or an instrument or a sport. Would you guys like to tell me some things that you practice? Guitar? Yeah. Lacrosse? Nice. Okay, so see, you practice a lot of things, and you don't just give up. You try again until you can do it. And now we have Dylan with our perseverance goals. Hi, I'm Dylan Tori Moody, and I'm here to explain our Matthew Thornton perseverance goals for trimester 2. Can anyone tell me what perseverance means?
To keep trying no matter how many times you fail.
Yes, exactly. But to be more specific, if I get stuck, I can find another solution. Now I will explain our trimester 2 goals for perseverance. 1, talk it out. I can talk to myself silently while thinking about the problem. 2, picture it. I can picture what the end result should be. Chunk it down. I can break it down into smaller parts. 4, use tools to help me. I can find a new path by using learning tools, charts, rulers, tables, posters, and lists. Now I have our president Sophie Dugas and Carter to explain our ownership goals. Hello, I'm here to talk to you about your ownership goals. Our ownership goal for trimester 2 is to take ownership of your school tools. Strategies for that goal is by saying, 1, I can locate and store my learning tools in my workspace so you always know where they are. 2, I can bring the tools I need to the next activity so you're always prepared with them. And 3, I can bring my tools to and from school so you always have them with you so we can accomplish our goal for ownership. Let's talk about ownership. It's important to take ownership of your school tools such as pencils, crayons, and markers because someone other than you paid for them, and although they are yours for the year, you should remember that you are actually borrowing them. Someone else may need to use them the next year. So before you break something, think about those who bought it for you and those who might need it after you.
That's you and me, Mr. McCarthy, I believe. So if you ride the bus, either in the morning or in the afternoon, put your hands on your head. Whoa, that's a lot of people who ride the bus. And we have 12 pretty awesome bus drivers who have a very big and important job. And their job isn't to turn around and look at you and say, please sit in your seat, or to say, oops, you can't be moving around out of your seat, or you can't be touching somebody else's stuff. These bus drivers, their big goal is to get you home safely. And to do that, they've got to focus on the road. So this week was Bus Driver Appreciation Week. We put a little sign out front, you might have seen it. Mrs. Guile, were they here this morning to get a little treat? Okay, that's a good turnout. They were here because they do such an important job, we want to let them know. And the best way to let them know, how do you think, Mr. McCarthy? What's the best way to let your bus driver know that you care about him?
I think one thing is to always say good morning when you get on the bus and say thank you when you get off the bus. I think that's one thing we can do.
I love it. I love it. And I bet your bus drivers do that for you. I know Mrs. Sullivan, when she gets here, she has the biggest smile I've ever seen. So excited that she spent the past half hour with you guys. I love it. And Miss Ann, she's ready to get you home as quickly as she can. But all of that depends on you guys following the rules, being good to your bus drivers, and remembering how important it is to use those school rules, you know? Persevering, owning behavior on the bus, practicing how to be a good bus rider. All of those things are important, and all the school rules apply on the bus too. So if you remember this afternoon, if you're taking the bus, remember, take Mr. McCarthy's advice. Say thank you. Say good afternoon. Have a good weekend. And we appreciate you. Think you can do that? Awesome.
So one other thing, you guys have seen me come on the bus from time to time. We've had to talk about certain bus behaviors. And we are very concerned at times that if you're getting up and standing up in the aisle, it's just not safe. What if the bus has to break all of a sudden? You'll go flying, and we don't want any smushed kids. So here's a video from some high school students about bus behavior, and they're kind of silly, but it's on purpose. So as you watch the video, I want you to give a thumbs up if the behavior is a good bus behavior. Show me a thumbs up for a good bus behavior. And then I want a thumbs down if it is not a good choice on the bus. All right, let's watch this video.
And back again. It's me, Again. Wow! This is another video about behavior, appropriate behaviors, but this time on the bus. Pretty soon you are going to see a few clips of us on the bus doing some stuff on the bus that may or may not be appropriate. It's your job to tell us whether it is. Tell your teacher a thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs sideways. How you think it is. Thumbs up means it's appropriate. Thumbs down means it is not. Thumbs sideways means you're just not sure. Well, anyways, let's get back to the video.
Now get your thumbs ready, these might come quick. This is Brendan, and he's standing up on the bus. Frank is listening to what the bus driver tells him to do. He's being seated, and he's staying seated. Brendan is throwing things at people on the bus, while Frank is keeping objects to himself. They're both keeping their hands and feet to themselves. Frank's quiet on the railroad track, and the aisles are clear. Brendan isn't listening to what the bus driver is telling him to do.
Well, we hope you know how to behave on the bus correctly. Right now, the teacher's going to take over as the video.
Good reminders. All right, to kind of round out our assembly, we're going to talk a little bit about the I Got Your Back group. They have some things to share. Mrs. Jobin leads the I Got Your Back ambassadors to share some good messages and messages of kindness and looking out for each other throughout the building. So Dylan, oh, you got a microphone? Who are you going to have come up with you? You and Meg?
I'll have Ava and Gianna.
All right, so Ava and Gianna are going to help with some of these messages. Gianna Paynes. And could the rest of the I Got Your Back ambassadors just stand up to be recognized? Because these are people who are putting those kind messages around and sharing them with our building. So thank you.
So IGYB has been working really hard this year, and thank you to everyone in the club. We're going to ask you a few questions. If you could change the world, what would you do? She said she would help all the bad people in the world. And that was really nice. How could you make your community friendlier? Make people feel better. That's really nice. Now I will have Ava. How can you make your school a better place?
It's not about changing the school, it's about changing minds. Because the teachers can talk all they want, it matters if we listen.
Very wonderful.
Thank you. Be a superhero. Be the change you want to see. Okay, what change would you guys want to see? Some people would be nicer. Kind? Yeah, those are really good ones. Thank you, IGYB.
Nice job. So I have to tell you, it is a pretty brave thing to be a student and to get up in front of over 500 other students and adults to oversee an assembly. So this didn't just happen with our 5 MCs up there. They have been practicing for the past couple of weeks, really showing those pop things, that if they were gonna do this, they worked together, they talked about who was gonna say what, they practiced ways that they could ask the audience questions and really know what they were gonna say. So we are very, very proud of them, showing pop goals, showing practice, perseverance, and bravery. It's really brave to get up in front of everybody. So we appreciate our 5th grade student council role models. Can we give them a round of applause? And if the student council, the whole student council could stand up too, just so we can acknowledge them. They've already overseen several fundraisers for our building. And I think the other message that came out of today, besides the pop stuff, is it sounds like people want the world to be a nicer and kinder place. So I think each one of you, all over 500 of us in here, if we make a real promise to ourselves to be kinder and nicer, I think we can make Matthew Thornton School, Londonderry, New Hampshire, all of these places better for us. What do we think? All right, so let's try and do it. And that's the message we're going to leave on, thinking about pause and pop and everything we talked about for trimester 2. And now we're going to go start our Fridays with our classes. What do we think about that?